want to demonstrate for you a way to get sparkling water by using a dry brush technique. Now, dry brush is a little bit of a misnomer because your brush is still wet. But what you have is you have a lot more pigment in your water than you would if you're trying to do, say, a light wash. The trick for dry brush is how you hold your brush. So if you want to come in and you try to do like so, it's not going to work. The reason it doesn't work is that you're trying to take advantage of what is called tooth in the paper. I'm going to put my brush down for a minute, and I'm going to bring this up and hopefully focus on this so you can see that it looks like it's speckled, but it's actually little hills and valleys that are built into the paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my brush horizontally and see if I can't skip over the paper. So we can see that, well, it's kind of wet, so it's filling in those hills and valleys. I'm going to try to dry it off just a little bit, and there we go. Now I'm starting to get just the tops of the hills coated with the paint, and that's the effect that we're going for. Now sometimes what beginners will do is once they start getting the effect, they keep working the area. Well, as you can see, as I keep working the area, those hills are getting filled in and you lose the effect. So the trick is glide quickly and try to make sure that you don't glide over the area again. Now you can see I'm still gliding over the area, and I'm not losing the sparkle, but I don't have as much. So that's the trick. And also when I'm doing water, because the reflection of the light tends to be sort of in the shape of a V, I'm trying to make, so I really do want to paint this in here. Fill that in and make it sort of a jagged V. Okay, so that's just how you do it on a sample paper. Now we'll actually try it in a little mini composition. I'm going to draw in a horizon line, and I'm going to make less sky than water. So hopefully this will be even, fairly even. And now I'm actually going to paint in some sky. So first I'm going to come in with a little bit of water because I like the clouds to be kind of fluffy and not super well defined. I have some nice turquoise here. And I'm imagining that the sun is somewhere in this area or maybe even off the paper, so that more of the light is in this part of the composition than over here. In fact, I'm going to darken this side a little bit. To give that sense that there's more light over here. Blending going on. Okay, so I had a fairly wet brush, and now I'm mixing up some more of the ultramarine blue that I want to have on the ocean where I'm going to create my sparkles. So my brush is a little wet. Let's see if I can do it. I'm just going to go to the side a little bit because I'm a little unsure. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, over here, we get some in here. And I would like to fill it in a little bit. As you get farther and farther from the light source, you will have less sparkle. little too wet there. A little trick that you can do to recover from something like that is, if you think your brush is too wet, dab the brush close to the ferrule and that will soak up some of the water that's in the brush. And now the brush should be drier. And it is so dry, we almost have no pigment at all. So you see, that worked. And I'm leaving a lot of white, not really, because the color is a fairly deep value. It's giving a lot of sense of that it's a very, very bright day. Now, as I get closer to the shore, I will lighten the color a little bit, because you will see that as you go more to the distance, that the colors tend to get more intense as you go towards the horizon. And this is going to be fairly simple. I'm not going to go through a lot of efforts to try to put in surf or breaking waves or anything like that. You know, maybe a suggestion of waves a little bit here. But less and less sparkle as I get closer to the shore. And a lot lighter value. So there you are. Here's your sparkly water. And you can see that some of the blue has bled into the sky, and I'll probably leave it like that. But if it was really bothering me, I could go back with a little bit of gray to suggest some land. But that's the basics of doing a dry brush technique to get sparkly water.